Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Joan Vassos presented this Golden Bachelorette contestant with her first impression rose. Joan Vassos of the Golden Bachelorette told E! Before the premiere about how one of her men got the first impression rose and the first kiss. During the September 18th premiere, Joan Vassos delivered her first impression rose to 62-year-old Keith Gordon. And why did she give him the precious petals? He just seemed to be in the right place at the right time. In an exclusive interview with E! News, Joan said, "I liked all those epic first impressions coming in funky cars and on horses and the things that people did. You typically assume that has something to do with the rose's initial impression, but in my case, it didn't. More importantly, it was how he made me feel. To be fair, Keith made a noteworthy appearance when he arrived in a vintage station wagon rather than the customary limo." Joan went on, "That old station wagon's nostalgia brought back memories of my early years. In actuality, we owned one that was strikingly similar to that vehicle. That's the route we took. Since we didn't have much money, the whole family would get in the car and go. That made me feel amazing just by itself. However, their conversation under the car's hood was what really made their romance blossom." The 61-year-old continued, "We just had a nice, normal conversation, and he just made me feel comfortable right away. And to be really honest, I didn't want to leave him when it was time for us to move on, like I had to say hello to the next guy." Joan also thought that Keith's suggestion to leave the bachelor mansion and go on a wine and cheese picnic on the beach was exactly what she would like to do at that moment. "Thus, I thought he had a great read on me." The couple managed to get in some extra one-on-one time, playing cornhole and conversing by the fire, even though they didn't wind up leaving the cocktail party. "He felt like a big teddy bear when I got to have my conversation inside," Joan said. "I felt secure with him. Therefore, it was primarily about how he made me feel. In fact, the administrator of the private school disclosed in a confessional that she hadn't felt this strongly since her spouse Joan Vassos's 2021 death from pancreatic cancer." She continued, "It feels like I'm floating out there, and he just has this really easygoing, warm vibe about him. He laughs easily. He just makes me feel at ease and is so authentic. The likelihood that this will succeed is growing on me. Joan is quite approachable," Keith said to the cameras. "She is truly stunning. It was simply flowing. It was simple. It made sense. I knew I had a unique bond with her the moment I met her eyes and saw the way she returned the stare. Something exists there that we might be able to expand upon. In case anyone is interested in knowing more about Keith, he is a female dad from San Jose, California." The suitor said to the audience, "I get excited about life. I'm a delicate individual. I take the lead from the heart. I don't believe it's a negative thing that I love people." He also expressed throughout the program his desire for a second go at love. Keith continued, "I've really been my kids' only parent for the last 12 years. At that point, we had to part ways with my ex-wife. Substance abuse ran in the family. I had to make an effort to provide my girls with some level of consistency in their lives. Over the years, I've spent a lot of time, energy, and love on them, and I will always do so. However, I believe it's time for me to consider moving forward in my life and finding love with someone. Fans will have to follow her journey to find out whether or not that someone is Joan." She said to E! "Like every Bachelor finale in history, everyone's is kind of unique. Mine is too. And I believe I ended up right where I should have been." Greg Grippo, who had been one of Katie Thurston's suitors on The Bachelorette the year before, appeared alongside Victoria Fuller on the 8th season finale of Bachelor in Paradise in November 2022. It was there when the two declared their relationship. He disclosed that the two had called it quits in April 2024. During the first season of The Golden Bachelor, in November 2023, Gerry Turner and Teresa Nist exchanged vows. Their televised wedding took place in January 2024, but the couple declared their breakup 3 months after being married. "We've looked closely at our situation, our living situation, and so forth. Teresa and I have had a number of heart-to-heart conversations, Gerry remarked in April 2024 during a joint appearance on Good Morning America with Teresa. "We've decided that it's probably time for us to call it quits on our marriage." Tennis player Joey Graziadei discovered his ideal match in project manager Kelsey Anderson after pursuing 32 possible spouses. Joey said to his last rose recipient, "I can't wait another minute to tell you that I love you," just before proposing during his season's March 2024 finale. "Something about you appeals to me. I smile at the contagious enthusiasm you exude. I've never had this feeling before. I have known for a while that I've wanted to have a beautiful life, but I truly didn't know how beautiful that life could be until I met you," he said, envisioning his forever with the Louisiana native. While they didn't click until halfway through Season 9 of Bachelor in Paradise, underwater welder John Henry Spurlock, one of Charity Lawson's suitors, and nurse Kat Izzo, she vied for Zach Shallcross's heart, were prepared to go all in. "I'm going to try something a little different," he declared, presenting an Asher-cut diamond from Neil Lane. "Today, I'm doing what my heart says. You are everything I've been seeking for. My heart is telling me. You are fantastic." However, the pair disclosed that they could no longer see eternity in each other's eyes a few days after the finale aired. "While our paths are taking different directions due to our career goals not aligning," they wrote in a joint statement to Instagram, "we are grateful for the love and support we've received from our family, friends, and Bachelor Nation." Eliza Isake, Clayton Echard's ex-girlfriend, was nervous about being engaged in Paradise, but she gladly accepted Aaron Bryant's proposal on the oceanfront, even though she was dressed entirely in white. She was moved by the software salesman's choice to ask her mother for approval and exclaimed, "I knew I was not in control of what was going to come out of my mouth." After returning from Mexico, Charity's ex-boyfriend and marketing manager Eliza had some difficulties, as the finale's coda recognized. A few days later, they declared their engagement had been formally called off. December 2023. "Tricky emotions watching it all unfold," he posted on Instagram. "We're leading our amicable split with nothing but positivity and mutual respect for one another." Postpartum nurse Kylie Russell took a hard line against boyfriend Avon Jones for not proposing on Paradise, even though he was allegedly ready to do so when he was courting Bachelorette Rachel Recchia. Nevertheless, she accepted Avon's offer to get out of here and make it work. "I just had to do what I felt was right," she explained, despite the fact that it meant her intended engagement gown stayed packed. "Love is all about taking risk." She revealed on her Instagram stories 2 days after their December 2023 finale that their relationship had dissolved due to multiple infidelities. Later on, Avon wrote Kylie an apology saying, "I have made major mistakes in the relationship and hurt someone who was very close to me. I am happy with how this season turns out." Charity Lawson hinted at her August 2023 finale in a statement that was grossly undersold to E! News. Integrative medicine expert Doten Olyabiko declared their love to be perfect, bending down to ask the child and family therapist, "Would you do me the honor of turning this fairy tale into a reality?" The couple stated that they are thinking about getting married in 2025 or 2026, but before that, the Georgia native will take a spin around the Dancing with the Stars ballroom. During The Bachelorette, after the final rose, Doten comforted Charity, saying, "All right, baby. I am aware that you enjoy getting down, dancing, and cutting up. We've discussed this before, how wonderful this opportunity would be. And it gives me great pleasure to inform you that you will be competing on Dancing with the Stars. Let's go, baby." Zach will get his happily ever after. Zach Shallcross concluded Season 27 in March 2023 down on one knee, despite a number of missteps pertaining to Fantasy Suite. Telling travel nurse Katie Bigger, "I am so in love with you. My universe revolves around you. I could never have imagined the kind of affection I have for you." The Texas-based couple took a significant step forward in July 2023 when Katie posted on Instagram, saying, "Officially roommates." They are presently organizing their vows for October 2025. Oh, Dad and Mom. Michael Alio, a single father who shares a 7-year-old son named James with his late wife, and Danielle Maltby, who lost her fiancé to a drug overdose years before competing on Nick Viall's season, seemed destined for Bachelor Nation couple goals status, even though they left BIP Season 7 hand-in-lane diamond-free hand. However, Maltby revealed they were divorcing a year after moving to Ohio to be with Alio from Nashville. "We put a lot of ourselves into this relationship, and when it doesn't work out, it's really awful," Alio stated in a podcast episode from September 2023 featuring Jason Tartick's Trading Secrets. "When things don't work out, when you realize that love is there, but you're not necessarily compatible, you mourn the loss, not of just that person and that friend in your life, but also the future that you had envisioned. Until the end of time, I will love you." Season 7 of Paradise featured Brandon Jones popping the question to his best friend, Serene Russell. "I will love you until my last breath, and I want to start forever with you," he declared. Unfortunately, their trip was cut short. In a joint statement released in May 2023, Serene, who dated Clayton Echard and Brandon, the runner-up on Michelle Young's season, confirmed their breakup 5 months after their engagement went public. "We have tried to work privately on our relationship, which has been incredibly challenging in the public eye," they posted to Instagram. "Since there is a great deal of affection between the two of us, this has been extremely difficult to comprehend and heartbreaking. We can only pray that there not be hate since we are in such pain."